Red night, pepper night, yellow night, though. Can you guys hear me? I check. I check in my next phone to see if it's coming up. But I'm gonna set up stream currently. Hi, haven't seen me in a while. I know. What did I say I was gonna do? Yes, is our audio books considered. Ooh, sorry. 1 second. Ooh, my bad. One second, guys. 1 second. Okay, so I'm just gonna live stream for a little bit. I haven't live streamed in a while. Sorry about that, guys. I have been busy. Like I usually tell you guys, YouTube does not pay me as yet. So I have a real job. It's just been very tiring. Do I have the noise cancelling thing on? Oh, I think it's on the mic thing. But yeah, I need to post to the community as well that I'm live. So long in the companies, I don't even remember how to do that. Darn it, man. All right, give me 2 seconds, please. I am just doing my initial stream setup. Let me just share live streaming for the first time in a while. Come join in. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the question of the day is, are audiobooks considered reading? But we're going to wait a little bit till a few people come in. Is it weird having my mic here? Hi, morning. Thank you guys for joining in. If it is your first time here, hi, my name is Green H5. I do commentary, cooking, and vlogs, as well as I'm interested in anime, K-pop, and everything nerd culture. So if you guys are interested in that kind of content, you can go ahead and like the live, as well as to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have over almost 600 videos on my channel. Hi, we have some people here. Hi, morning. How are you? Hey, good morning. Hi, everybody. How are you? Is that SP3YT? Thank you so much for joining. And is that Chungu Gaming? Thank you so much for being here. Much appreciated. So yes, I had this conversation with my coworker the other day. I was like, why? I'm not sure. He's always listening to audiobooks. So I'm like, okay, is that actually considered reading? Because, for instance, I use the example of a podcast. How's my day so far? It's good. I'm not going to be on for long because I'm going to rest up before I go to work, but I'm okay so far. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you so much for being here. Much appreciated. But yes, I was talking to one of my coworkers the other day, and I was like, is an audiobook actually considered reading? Because I don't really feel like it's considered reading if you're listening to it. Because the example that I use was the podcast. People don't read podcasts, they listen to podcasts, right? But how's your day going so far, Chin? Yeah, people listen to podcasts. So it's very interesting to see people consider audiobooks reading. Because it's basically like a podcast of a book, basically. So I don't know. Hi, Just Cute Potato. Morning. How are you? Much appreciated. Thank you so much for being here. And it looks like we have a new subscriber in the chat. Wait, where are my glasses? Hold on. Hold on. And then my lights aren't on. That's crazy. I thought I turned my lights on. That's okay. Wait. New subscriber in the chat. Hey. Thank you so much for joining in. Much appreciated. I know. I'm sorry. Work has just been working. And I missed live streaming too. I missed streaming and talking to you guys, honestly. How many videos have you posted since I've been gone? I hope even though I wasn't live streaming, you are still posting. Let me see what you're doing. Let me see what you're up to. But yeah, what do you guys think about the question? Are audiobooks considered reading? 4 people said, 4 people voted, and 2 say yes and 2 say no. How do I feel? Yes and no. I don't know what to say, because I feel like I don't think reading is more listening. I don't know, but people, for example, people read the Bible, right? They read the Bible in church and something, and they listen. So would that be considered reading if somebody is reading the book to you? But that would just be listening, right? So it wouldn't be. All right. Okay. All right. Master himself. Wallan. All right. Is an audiobook considered reading? I don't know. All right. So for example, when you're in primary school or elementary school, you have your teacher read the book to you. So does that mean that you read that book? No. You followed along with your teacher with your copy of the book. So you were looking at the pages and the words. So you would have been reading the book. On the same page with me? Are we on the same page? Want to get what I'm saying? Okay. Or it depends on the reading and the listening. Or are you just listening like music, or listening? Like, yeah. Because when you listen to music, it's not considered singing. Right? When you're listening to, that's a good point, Just Cute Potato. All right. So for example, you're listening to music, right? When you're singing along, it's considered singing, right? When you're listening to music. When you're singing music, right? Look at it from that same context with the audiobook. When you're looking at the pages and picking out the words, you're reading. So if you're listening to the book, is it still considered reading? That is what I need to know. That is what I need to know. Is it still considered reading? Because when you're listening to music, it's not considered singing. When you're listening to a book, it's considered reading. And I don't understand that. I don't understand that. It's very confusing. Very, very, very confusing. Okay, so we had more people voting, and it's still a general consensus. Half of us think that audiobooks are considered reading, and then half of us consider audiobooks not reading. Like, I don't know. All right. So if, for example, I'm a chef. So if I'm in the kitchen, right, I'm making a meal, that's considered cooking. So if you're consuming the food, did you cook the food? Yo, wait, hold on. All right. We have to look at it in different contents of different things, right? We talked about music. You're listening to music, right? That doesn't mean you're singing, right? You're cooking a meal, right? And you're consuming a meal. Does not mean that you cooked it. So why do people think audiobooks are reading? I just need somebody to come and make sense. I just need somebody to come and make sense to me, because I don't know how that makes sense. Personally, I don't know how that makes sense. 1 second, please. I'm just setting up myself. Okay, do we have a few? Okay, we had a few people in the chat. Yeah, so for the persons just joining, or for the person just joining, hi, my name is Green H5. I do commentary, cooking, and vlogs on my YouTube channel. So I currently have over 500 videos on my channel. So if you're interested in that kind of content, you can go ahead and like the live as well as to subscribe to the channel. I'll be back in like 10 minutes. Okay, sure, no problem, no problem. I'm used to talking to myself. Go ahead. Yeah. So like we were saying before, when somebody's reading a book to you, I don't consider that reading, because when you're listening to music, it's not considered singing. You're not singing the song. You're listening to the song, and it still remains a song. It still remains music, right? So, and I use the example of cooking, right? You're eating a meal. It doesn't mean that you cooked it, right? So it's the same thing with an audiobook. Just because you're listening to it doesn't mean you're reading. I don't know why this is so hard to... No, it's easy. It's easy to understand. I feel like it's the easiest thing to understand. Honestly, I feel like it's one of the easiest things. Yeah, so one of my Twitch friends, he's streaming currently. So, yeah, I might ask this question over on TikTok, actually. I feel like it's a very, very interesting question. Very interesting question. I need to maybe ask the people over there, to be honest, and see what they say. I'm wondering if they feel the same way. Because, honestly, I feel like... I don't know. Because it still could be. But I don't think it is. I don't think it's still reading. I really don't think it's still reading. But I don't know. To each their own. To each their own. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. Okay. So, if you're just coming in, the question of the day is, are audiobooks considered reading? And we had a half and half already. 3 people have said yes, and 3 people have said no. So, if you're just joining in, you can go ahead and type in the chat. Let me know what you guys think about that question. Is it something that you guys would want to answer to? You guys can go ahead. Can you guys hear me clearly? Yeah, my mic's on. I feel like... Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Can you guys hear me clearly? Just double checking. Okay, all right, you guys can hear me. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna check on YouTube. I have a different account, so I'm gonna just check on my YouTube to see if my audio is okay. All right, mic check 1 2. Okay. The audio is working. Okay. Okay, cool. Yes, so if you're just joining, hi, my name is Green-H5. I do commentary, cooking, and vlogs on my YouTube channel currently. If you guys are interested in that kind of content, you can go ahead and like the live as well as to subscribe to my channel. I have over 500 videos on my channel currently. Do I have more than that, actually? I feel like I have more videos than that on my channel currently. Whoa, I have 620 videos. That's crazy. I don't know how I ended up posting that much, really. Can you guys see? Hold on. I'm having a warm time with my shelves. I'm having a very, very, very warm time with my shelves. So I don't know. And sometimes I don't really want to stream on TikTok because a lot of people I know follow me on TikTok too. Crazy work. I ask them to follow me. Don't ask me why I feel strange now that they're following me. I couldn't tell you. At the time, I needed the subscribers. I don't really need them anymore. So when you can come off, the people that know me in real life, only can lift up, you know. I needed the subscribers at the time, and now I feel like it's a little embarrassing to have people on my live that know me in real life. Although not support me now, but don't get it the wrong way. Let me clarify. I may be doing some silly things online, even though I really know business. I do it in real life anyway. But I don't know if you guys are gonna enjoy that, right? So, but yeah, for the new people coming in, hi. The question of the day is: are audiobooks considered reading? And we are at a 50-50. Most people say no. Well, it's a 50-50. Some people say yes, some people say no. I don't know if I would consider listening, because I use the example of a podcast. When you're listening to a podcast, it doesn't mean that you're doing the podcast, versus when you are eating a meal at a restaurant, it doesn't mean that you cooked the meal. And then same thing with music, because you're listening to music doesn't mean you are a singer or you made the music. So why are people considering listening to an audiobook reading? I don't understand how people listen to an audiobook and consider it reading. I feel like you're just listening to an audiobook. Similar to like when I listen to the Bible verses in the morning. Am I reading the Bible or am I listening to the Bible? Like, I don't know. It's kind of like it's a double-edged sword, to be honest, because it can be considered, I guess it would be considered reading. I don't know. Because if somebody's reading it to you, you're not actually reading. I don't know. It's confusing. It's very, very confusing. Because I feel like, can people see the question? Yeah. Can you guys see the question better? No? And then I don't feel like my name's in the thingy. Yeah. So is it actually considered reading? That is the $1 million question right there. So yeah, half of the people said yes and then half said no. So yeah. As you guys are passing through, hi. Hi, cute potato, what's up? As you guys are passing through, may I ask you guys to like the live as well? And if you are able to participate in the poll, go ahead and participate in the poll. I'm hoping my mic is clear. I just listened to it on my other account and it sounds like my mic is clear. So if you guys are not hearing me, can let me know in the chat. If you guys are hearing me clearly, also let me know. So for example, yeah, the podcast example. You didn't make that podcast, you're listening to a podcast. So, is that considered you making the podcast? No. So why is an audiobook considered reading? Doesn't make sense to me. So it's better I say, oh, I'm listening to the Bible or I'm listening to a book. But how does one listen to a book? Usually you say you're reading a book. The world is so strange right now. Honestly. But okay. Maybe this is not an entertaining topic. I don't know. But you guys would let me know. Let me know in the chat if you think this is an interesting topic. Are audiobooks considered reading? 1 second, please. Alright, I would play some audio in the background, but I feel like I'm going to get copyrighted. So I really don't play music on my streams because I feel like it's gonna get copyrighted. I don't know. But the thing is, I haven't tried it before to see if I would get copyrighted. It's kind of like watching stuff just without the visuals. But right? So like if you're cooking, right, and you're watching a movie, but you're not looking at the screen and you're listening to the audio, would they still consider that watching a movie? Yes, I do have a TikTok. Hi Esther, good morning. How are you this morning? Yes, my TikTok is it's similar to my second channel name on YouTube. So it's Momo Shiki herself. That's my TikTok page. Yeah, so I do have a TikTok account as well. I do some random stuff over there too as well, but over here is mostly cooking, commentary, and vlogs. and we might do some anime stuff once in a while. But I have a second page for anime, K-pop, and reactions, which I have some updates. I may be getting a device to use, so we can start doing back anime reactions, video reactions, K-pop reactions, etc. I used to do that on Twitch. But yeah, I used to do it on Twitch, and then I ended up my laptop stopped working. It just overheats and it's not running OBS properly, so I wasn't able to stream on my computer anymore. No, it would be listening more than watching, but you would still get the point of the movie, I guess. Oh, Esther, since you're here, the question of the day is, are audiobooks considered reading? Right? So what do you think? What do you think, Esther? As well as, if you're new, go ahead and like the live, as well as to subscribe for more content. Thank you so much. I have over 600 videos on my channel currently. So if you're interested in any of that kind of content, you can go ahead. But let me know, would you consider an audiobook reading? Just like a good example that Just Cute Potato just gave a while ago. No, it would be considered listening the movie, and you still get the point of the movie. But would you be watching the movie? If you have it in the background, would it still be considered watching the movie? Like, I don't know, cause I do this with anime. Like, sometimes when I'm cooking and I'm watching anime, I'll switch it from sub to dub so that I can cook and basically watch the anime. So it would still be considered watching. So I guess you can use that same logic when it comes to audiobooks. You're not actually looking at the book, but you're listening to somebody read the book to you. But I still don't know if that's considered reading, you know? I'm not sure if that's considered reading. Also, do you guys like my hair? I did post a video about it, but it's about a week. Yeah, it's a week stale now. So you can see my edges. You can see my edges coming back. Yeah. So I don't know. Really? Honestly, I thought it was an new subscriber in the chat. Hold on, man. Hold on. Wait, man. New subscriber in the chat. Hey. Thank you for joining the Green Age Clan. Much appreciated. Thank you for being here. Wait, subscriber song. Wait, I need the subscriber glasses. Where are they? I haven't had them in a while. All right, so we're gonna sing the subscriber song. Everybody, ready? We are the champions, my friends. Boom, boom, and we keep on fighting till the end. Boom, boom, boom. We are the champions. High note. We are the champions. Those are the losers, but we are the champions of the world. Okay. So thank you to the new subscriber. That's the subscriber song. Yes, we are the champions. We decided on that before we got to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so we're not changing the subscriber song. That's been the subscriber song since I think we were at like 400 or 500 subscribers, and now we're 1.4 strong. We're not changing the subscriber song. I just letting you know. We're not changing the subscriber song. Okay. Can you guys see me properly? Can you guys see the question properly? Okay, so these shelves have been giving me a warm time. Every time I come home, my stuff's on the ground. I think it's because I didn't drill them in fully. So, yeah. I didn't drill them in fully, so they keep falling. Because I had a different shelf. Let me show you. So, I came home, and this is what happened. The one that was right here, that had like my, all right, so this shelf had my GOT7 album on it, right? And when I got home, yeah. Hi Esther, what's up? Yeah, when I got home, the shelf was broken. So I'm happy the others didn't break, but I'm gonna have to drill them in. I don't have a drill, so that's why I haven't drilled them in. And I was kind of cautious because I don't want to drill a hole basically at my mom's house, and then if I move out, you know, the hole is gonna be there. But she said she can't cover it up, so I'm probably gonna have to drill these in, right? I know, my album, I didn't want my album to fall again. Like, it fell a few times. I was like, I paid too much money for this album. I'm not gonna let it fall, right? And then when I came home, yeah. So this is what happened to my shelf. It dropped and it broke. So my manga is up here and my statues and stuff are here, but the shelf with my album, yeah, this one fell because it's a little heavy, it's a little weighty. Yeah, it's kind of heavy, I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeah. Okay, so yes, the question of today was, are audiobooks considered reading? Yes, so people are agreeing with me. Audiobooks are not considered reading, but then again, okay, now it's a 50-50. Who's messing with the tally? It's going up and down, up and down, up and down. See, I told you. Yeah, because the explanation that we had, like when you're listening to a podcast, you're not considered making that podcast. You're listening to a podcast, right? When somebody's reading to you, you are not reading. The person is reading to you. So you're listening to the person reading. When you're listening to music, you're not considered the singer. You're not the singer of the music. You're listening to the music. I guess it's based off of consumption, to be honest. How you consume the content. Because I don't know if some people consider reading manga reading, because it's majority pictures. Let me show you. Yeah, my boy Nanami. Yes. So, see, it's mostly pictures and maybe one or two words. So is that considered reading? So are you watching JJK right now? Itadori! So are you watching JJK right now, or are you looking at JJK? Are you reading it, right? Have I ever read this manga? It looks I don't think I read this manga, you know. I watched the movie. I don't think I read this manga, and I watched this part in the series. Yeah, because this is the series, and then Zero is the movie. Yes, I currently started. I wasn't watching Calling Games originally, because the thing is, my brother and I, we were watching JJK, but we were not sure. Like, sometimes we like to watch the season before to watch the current season. So we were watching the entire second season to kind of catch up, because JJK is very confusing. The power system with curse energy and curse spirits and very, very confusing stuff. And man, get up in an age now, so I kind of need things are simple to understand. And the fact that it was inspired by Bleach, I knew it was gonna be confusing because you have the Bankais and the Shikais and it. All right, it's on Bleach. Very confusing stuff. Very, very confusing stuff. But yeah, I was talking also in the last stream that I wanted one copy of each anime that I've watched, because I'm not buying an entire box set. I cannot afford an entire box set for each anime. Can't go work. Because like I was saying, the Bleach one is like 300 US. I don't have 60 grand Jamaican dollars or 70 grand Jamaican dollars to spend on anything. Anime in a whole is no, not really. It depends on the anime you're watching, because legit, I was talking to my brother the other day about an anime about a guy who a lot of people started coming to his bathroom because he had a hot tub. Like, a bunch of creatures just started showing up because he has hot water. I don't feel like that's confusing. I just feel like that's strange. I just feel that's strange. That's all. That is all. But yeah, I don't usually talk about anime over here. I talk about anime on my second page or on my TikTok page, usually. But yeah, anime is okay. I'm not as into it as I used to be. Well, says the girl with manga and a 3D print of One Piece on. Okay, never mind. I still like anime, but I'm not watching it as much as I used to. I still love it though, but as an adult, I don't really have the time anymore to binge. I used to binge anime a lot, but I don't have the time anymore. I simply don't have the time. But it's one of my favorite days, guys. It's about to be payday. Whoa. I wish I was getting paid from both sides, but that's okay. Everything comes with time. I was doing so well at the beginning of this year, and then I fell off for 2 months. I don't know. It was just so busy. But what I want to do, Spy X Family. Hi, Laura. Morning. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Much appreciated. What do you think about the topic? Are audiobooks considered reading? What do you think? Because we use the example of podcasts and music. Just because you listen to a podcast doesn't mean you made the podcast. Just because you listen to music doesn't mean that you sang the song. So why is audiobooks considered reading if you're not actually looking at the book? So yeah, that's the topic for today. Is an audiobook considered reading? Because I really don't think so. I don't think an audiobook is considered reading. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Lara? Hold up. Am I entertaining? Are you guys entertained? Why? Should I get up and do a little jig and dance? Is that what you guys want me to do? Do you guys want me to be a little puppet? All eyes on me in the center of the ring, just like a circus. When I'm in my whip, everybody going just like a circus. Hey, how about one dance? I don't think I watch on the internet. Get them the knee. Yeah, that's all. Okay, I'm not gonna get. Just a cute potato. Why do you want me to get up and dance? I don't think I want to get up and dance. I don't think so. Yeah. But I want to stream for at least an hour. What I want to do is stream for 30 days for at least 1 hour. I want to give myself a fighting chance. Because I always tell people, if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to? If you don't push for what you want, who's going to do it for you? Nobody's going to do it for you. At the beginning of this year, I had 300 and something subscribers. And I decided that I'm going to stream almost every day. I'm going to post, right? No, I meant when you said you're entertaining. Oh, yeah! Yeah, thanks. Hey, you think I'm entertaining? Thank you. Yeah. So at the beginning of the year, I had like 350 subscribers, and then I had a coworker like, hey, that's a lot of subscribers. You can actually, try and push and pursue it more. And I was like, nah, I don't know. I've been doing YouTube for 5 years, and it felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. But lo and behold, I was just not posting consistently enough. I thought like, okay, I'll post once a month, and this is the video that's going to go viral. Everyone's going to watch this banger. Everyone's going to watch this video. Right? But that's not the case. You can't post one video and just become a big YouTuber overnight. It has to be something spectacular, maybe a meme. Maybe if it's something funny, you can maybe get by with like a one viral video. But you have to actually post entertaining content or educational content. So that's why sometimes I come with certain questions, or I will come and I'll talk to you guys about different things in pop culture, anime. Maybe I'll talk to you guys about things happening in Jamaica. I'll talk to you guys about things happening in the chef world, like things I learned at work, things I usually do at home, or just talk about random stuff, right? But I feel like if you take a chance on yourself, you can do anything you want. I just feel like in certain aspects of my life too, I feel like I could be doing more. I feel like I could take a chance at doing a lot of things that I'm scared of doing, but I wasn't given a spirit of fear, but of courage and a sound mind. That is 2 Thessalonians 1 verse 7. That's my favorite Bible verse. I wasn't given a spirit of fear, but of courage and a sound mind. I can do anything. I say make shorts here other than just clips of streams. Yeah, I can do that. I think I can do that as well. So I'm gonna have to I have some topics. I have some topics on my phone. Like I did like a shower thoughts kind of list kind of thing. So I do make shorts too. I make shorts of like my cheat day. I do like little stuff like that, but maybe I can be more intentional with the types of shorts I make. So I don't know, clipping up my streams just makes it easier in terms of being consistent with posting. But yeah, maybe I'll look into that. I'll look into shorts. Yeah, see, so I had a list of things that like 365 days, I got up to like 28. So I wanted to make a video like 365 days. Sorry about that. So maybe I'll do, yeah, I agree with you. Maybe I'll do something along those lines. I meant when you send your internet. Oh, okay. Okay, so all right, excuse me 1 second. I don't know. I didn't have a runny nose before I started streaming. And now I do. I don't know why, but I have to give the illusion that I'm not in the corner of my bedroom. I gotta make it look like I have a studio. Wait, hold on. Do you guys believe me now? Do you guys believe that I have a studio? Honestly, it's kind of like a phone call. Yes, I agree. It's kind of like a video chat. The way streaming is on the phone, it kind of feels like I'm just sitting down on a video chat with a couple of my friends, to be honest. And I think that's what I like about streaming on my phone. It doesn't feel all studio-ish. It doesn't feel like I'm trying too hard. Because when I did it on my laptop, it felt like I had to set up like a whole production. I had like a stream starting soon screen. That you guys are going to see that very soon, because I'm going to probably switch to streaming on my laptop. I'm going to switch to streaming on my laptop soon, because I'm going to get a device that I can do all of that. So I'm going to just use the same thing that I used to use on Twitch, which is like my setup. I have like a channel mascot, everything. Like I made all of it on Canva. Yeah, I made all of it on Canva, and I made some of it on Streamlabs as well. So I have Streamlabs OBS. So that's what I use to stream with on my computer. So I have Streamlabs and Streamlabs OBS. And then I used to have a Discord. I forgot the password of my Discord. So I created a different one that sometimes I use with my friends, my real life friends. Yeah. So yeah, I have different topics that I can do. I can, okay, so yeah, I feel like I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Sorry if I'm spacing out. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing. That's why I usually like coming on live with a plan, right? Yeah, I did come with a question, and the question was easily answered, and there's not much people having back and forth discourse with me, so it's getting kind of like it's not keeping up with me, basically. Um, oof, my legs feel a little sore. Do I have red? I feel like there's like a red mark on my thigh. But that's okay. I'm going to hop off soon because I want to sleep. I'm going to eat and I need to sleep before I go to work. But I'm thinking about streaming tomorrow. I might have a stream-a-thon tomorrow. Not sure. But I want to do some more entertaining stuff. I would stream on the road, but I feel like the internet connection is not great. Like on my service, I don't feel like streaming on my service is very clear. Unless I'm gonna walk with like my personal modem, I don't think it's gonna work. Or like a personal, you know, like how they have like a streaming modem, like a small streaming modem that you travel with. And I don't really like streaming in public places, right? I feel like it's dangerous. So for example, when you're streaming in a public place, I don't know if people can figure out where you are. I don't feel like it's smart. Like people can figure out where you are and then just come looking for you. I like posting videos after I've left the place, if you get what I mean. I feel like streaming live is kind of dangerous. Unless maybe if it's a crowded place, it may not be dangerous. Like for example, if you go to a party or if you're gonna go to like an anime convention or like a very, very, very big public space where it's kind of hard for people to really do anything to you in that regard, then I feel like that time it's okay to stream in public. I tried streaming in public once when I was doing like a graduation thing. I was trying to do it on Twitch, but the internet was so terrible that I couldn't live stream. And that was back in 2020. So I just stopped streaming in public places. So I might stream in public places if it's like more of a private thing, right? Like if it's like a private party or if you're out with your friends and it's a group of you. I don't feel like you should stream alone outside, because I feel like, especially if it's like people from your country, they can find where you are. People are strange. If it's people from your country and they find where you are, they can track you down, and then I don't know what some people will do when they find me or see me live streaming. So I don't know. But people say, oh, you're live streaming, you'll have other people there to see what's happening, da 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 da. I don't feel like that protects me, because you will be watching me in trouble, basically. You can't really do much about it through the phone screen, you know? Can't really do much about it through the phone screen. Yeah, they won't protect you. Yeah, I feel like it's dangerous to live stream in public. I really do. But it has to be like somewhere very, very, very public, or it has to be like it's either public or private. So for example, if it's a public event where like a lot of people are, and you see other people maybe live streaming, or you have your friends and everybody around you, so even if somebody finds you, they would have to get through a huge crowd or a group of people. Or if you're doing like a private party at home, or you're hosting something at home, or you know, then that's different. But I also had some people say, hey, you can live stream at work. No, I can't. My job has like a big social media policy thing. So that's why you usually see me streaming in my house, or if I'm cooking in my kitchen, I'll do that. Or if I have like little clips and stuff, but I can't really stream in my uniform. I can't show my company logo, not at all. And I feel like that's a big safety thing too. So I don't usually like when people know where I work and that kind of a thing, especially because I do social media in a way, kinda. I don't really love people knowing where I work, to be honest. Yeah. Who said that like it's legit dumb? I don't know. They don't want like their things on the internet, which is fair. It's a huge company. Let me just say, it's a huge company, and it's an international company. It's not like a local brand. It's not like a Jamaica brand. It's an international company. So it may be like an international law, especially like in the US, where like streaming is bigger, or social media stuff is way bigger than on the Jamaican space. They have to protect themselves. It would be considered a liability. So yeah, streaming at work is a no-no for me. I had friends that, well, I had coworkers and people that I used to associate with when I was in America. They used to live stream as well at work. And I don't know, I'm not sure if that job had a social media policy, to be honest, but most jobs do. Especially when you look at the Chick-fil-A's and you look at the Whataburgers and the McDonald's and the KFC's, you've had workers work there and they've gotten fired because of what they've posted on social media. So that's why I'm very wary about what I say and do for the most part. But what I say and do don't really affect me, because I talk about anime, talk about K-pop, talk about manga, talk about random things like, is an audiobook reading. I do random questions, we do vlogs, we go out and eat like food, we go to food cons, we go to, I'm wondering if I'm gonna put, I want to go to the anime convention, but I'm wondering if I'm gonna put it on this page or my second page. My second page is where I do anime, K-pop and reaction stuff. That's where I want all of my anime stuff to go. But sometimes I end up talking about anime over here because I do have some anime fans originally, because my content originally over here was gaming and anime. So most of my anime people are over here still. And I do have 2 episodes of my anime and K-pop podcast here, which I'm thinking of moving to Patreon. So, hi Paul White, morning, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. Are you new? I don't recall when you followed me. Not sure. I know Just Cute Potato. I know a few people who've been in the chat consistently. But hi, if you're new here, my name is GreenH5. I do commentary, cooking, and vlogs on my channel. You should make it the same because this page is bigger. Okay, fine. But YouTube likes when you niche down. YouTube, all right, the reason why I separated it is because the algorithm prefers when you niche down, right? I used to post, I do everything over here. I used to do everything over here. I used to do my gaming. I put my Twitch clips over here. I put my cooking content from the pandemic over here. I put my liquor vlogs that I used to do. I do my errands over here. I did a lot of different things over here. So a lot of people followed me for that kind of stuff as well, because I'm not always doing the same thing all the time, but sometimes people like to see the same things all the time. So that's why I just niched it down to cooking, vlogs, and commentary. Commentary can be as wide as possible, right? Paul, are you still here? Morning. Commentary can be as wide as possible. I can talk about any topic at any time and do anything I feel like, you know? So it's kind of easier to just broaden it to commentary. You get what I mean? Yeah. And then for the most part too, if I'm going to do reactions to like anime and K-pop stuff, I would prefer to have it on a channel that it may not affect monetization, because you have a lot of copyright policies, right? So I would do reactions over on that channel, but I would have to maybe like break it up, clip it up, and then post it over there. Or maybe if I do it on like a live stream over there, I'm going to have to like clip it up and yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. Yeah, but yeah, just a cute potato. You get what I mean? Yeah. So I'm going to try that thing that you said to do, to make shorts, which I did the other day. I did one about my cheat day and I did one about my hair. Like I made like some shorts outside of like my stream clips as well. So maybe I'll just pursue that some more as well as I'm gonna live stream more. We can do our cooking streams again. My diet has changed a little bit, but I can still do some cooking streams if you guys want to. Remember when we used to do like eat breakfast with me? I can still do those kind of streams again too if you guys want me to go back to like the cook breakfast with me or do breakfast with me kind of videos. I can do that as well. If you guys aren't aware, the new people here, I am actually a chef by profession. I would still be considered a rookie per se, but I've gotten a few years of experience, to be honest. It was something I wasn't really sure about at first, because I felt like maybe I wasn't strong enough of a chef, but I know I can cook, and I'm just going to continue to do my best. I was thinking of maybe doing, I don't know. I don't know if I would venture out on my own as yet. I'm still trying to build the confidence to do that. What's your favorite dish to make? That's a very loaded question. That's hard. Just a cute potato. That's one of the number one questions you don't ask a chef, because sometimes it's hard. It's really hard to answer. You can ask me the question, definitely. I'm not saying you're not supposed to, but maybe not. Maybe not. But what's my favorite thing to make? I like cooking beef, even though I don't eat it as much anymore. I like cooking beef. I'm gonna be very basic. I like beef with potatoes and sauteed vegetables. That's like one of the basic things I like to make. I love doing pastas. I think I'm pretty decent at frying chicken. Feel like I'm pretty decent at frying chicken. I like making sweet and sour chicken as well. I feel like I want to get more creative with what I'm cooking, because I feel like because I'm cooking at my job and it's like the same menu items, I feel like my mind is starting to steer just to those menu items that's at my job, which is crazy. I used to be more creative in the pandemic. I used to want to do like Korean fried chicken. I can still do that kind of thing though. I feel like I can still do that. So I'm gonna venture out. I feel like I'm gonna venture back out into different cuisine. I remember I had a post. I had posted in the community tab the types of foods you guys want me to make. So I am going to have to look back on that. I got empanadas, I got jollof rice, I think I got lasagna. I'm gonna have to go back to the post and write down all the things that you guys had said, and then we can start saving some cash, and we can go out and buy the groceries and we can make the food. We can do that. Okay, so it's almost time to hop off stream. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But remember, I ended up doing it close to the month of like Mother's Day and Father's Day. And if you know anything about hospitality or restaurants or hotels or Airbnbs, that's some of the busiest times. Father's Day, Mother's Day, Teacher's Day, Child's Month. It just gets ridiculously busy. Whether it be like you have some kids come that want to use the pool, or you have teachers coming, like the teachers will like book conference rooms, or the teachers will go to restaurants, or they will go to Airbnbs for Teachers Day, or like Mother's Day, people will carry their mother out for dinner. Like it's a huge thing. Father's Day as well, they will carry their fathers out for dinner, that kind of a thing. So it's really busy, and that's why I haven't been live streaming for about I haven't been live streaming consistently for about 2 months, because it was just a busy time. It was just very busy. And then I work the night shift, so I get home like 1 o'clock in the morning and have to sleep and then get back up. And then I'm trying to maintain my health too as well. So I'll get up by 8:30 and I either go walk or I go to the gym by 12 o'clock, leave the gym after 1, go to work, and then come back home. It was just, because I'm adding some new routines to my life, it's kind of hard to really keep up with YouTube. I want to though, because I want YouTube to become a second stream of income for me. And it's not impossible, because I thought getting 1,000 subscribers was impossible, because even with the statistics, it says that a small amount of people will even get to 1,000 subscribers within their YouTube life. And I got to 1,000 subscribers. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not as impossible as I think if I actually do what I need to do and pursue what I need to pursue and be as consistent as I know I can be, and be as disciplined as I know I can be, then I can definitely get monetized on YouTube. 100%. The watch time hours, no, that's a different story. That's where I'm having the problem. But I know it's not impossible, because at the beginning of the year, I started with like maybe 30 something watch time hours. I know I'm at like 400 and something. So I know it's not impossible I know it's not impossible to get the watch time hours. It's just a matter of consistency. If you consistently show up for yourself and you consistently pursue and you consistently do what you need to do, honestly, you may not have your friends and family show up because that's your dream. That's your pursuit. That's what you want to do. Your friends and family might not understand. Honestly, your friends and family might not understand. The strangers online might be the ones that support you the most. Because I don't know just a cute potato, but they're here every stream. I don't know majority of the people who are in my chat in real life, but they're here. And people in my real life, sometimes they might not get the chance to be on stream, you know. I'm not holding them hand. I'm not forcing them hand. But, you know, I feel like people, they're not going to see the dream until they see the end product. Then a lot of people don't really see the dream until they see the end product of the dream. A lot of people don't really believe in the dream until they see like a physical manifestation of the dream. Like, for example, if you develop a product, they're not going to see the recipe testing. They're not going to see the formulation. They're going to see when it's in a ready package labeled with your name on it. That's when they're going to see it. That's when they're going to realize that, oh, this dream actually makes sense, when they see a physical thing of it. So you have to figure out how you're going to make that dream a reality. You have to figure out how you're going to pursue that dream, constantly push towards that dream, and constantly do what you need to do to get there. Some people are not going to see it initially, you know. I've had people tell me before that, oh, it's easier for you to get streams and views on Twitch because you're a girl, and people would watch live streams with girls on it. And I'm like, you were not there when I'm learning how to use OBS. You were not there when I was trying to figure out my streaming times to get most people to watch my live streams. You were not there when I was figuring out what SEOs are. You were not there when I was learning editing on one of the hardest editing softwares, Blender 2.0, which is used for 3D modeling. I didn't have any other editing software, and I was using that to edit all of my live streams and my videos. Because at the time, Twitch never really had the clipping option. You had to do it manually. You had to do it yourself. They were not there when I was getting my equipment, pursuing topics. They were not there when I bought my first budget mic to try and start my podcast. They were there, but they were not as supportive. They were there. They were trying to be supportive, but it didn't feel like that, to be honest. I don't know who said that, but they are idiots. Yeah. And sometimes I feel like it's jealousy, because sometimes, let me tell you, I feel like in that particular case, I was doing better at something that the person wanted to be good at, and they wanted to be their reality. And because I feel like it's because I was growing faster and I was doing better slowly as well, even though I wasn't as good as at the games as they were. Or maybe, you know, oh, you had said something before, just cute potato. I think you don't get views on your videos, really. No, I get most of my views from live streams. So I feel like I'm gonna push more with the live streams, but I want to make long form videos, because when you get monetized, YouTube likes long form content, you know. So I'm trying to get used to doing that and editing videos again, you know. So I don't know who said about there. Oh yeah, 100%. So I feel like sometimes people will feel a way. People will feel a way about what you're doing sometimes, especially if it's something that they wanted to do, and they see that you're successful at doing something that they have always wanted to do, but they either weren't good at it, or they were not putting in the level of work that you were putting in and expecting the same results. That's not how that works, right? And sometimes they may be doing the same amount of work that you're doing, but maybe some people just have, I don't know. I feel like I have a nice personality, and I feel like in some instances, it's very entertaining. So I feel like because of my silliness sometimes and the way I portray myself and the way I entertain in a way, people tend to gravitate towards me, or they tend to stay, or they tend to watch, or they tend to interact with me because I make interactions pretty easy. So sometimes it's not even how hard they push. Sometimes it's just the personality. Sometimes you ever watch those, you have some creators online that you just watch them even though it might not be your type of content, but their charisma, or there's just something about them. There's just something about them in general that just draws you to their videos, right? It's fun to watch you. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. But you have some people that, like, you're just drawn to their content. Regardless of the video that they're making, you just know that every time you see this person on your page, you just know that they're coming with something entertaining. Yeah, a lot of YouTubers. Yeah. So if you're not going to, sometimes you just don't have the personality for social media, and that's okay. I never thought I had the personality for social media, to be honest, for years. And then when I got on it now, I'm realizing that I'm pretty entertaining. If I do say so myself, and I feel like this is the perfect outlet for somebody that chat too much. Yo, I've heard for years that I can talk. I heard for years that I can talk. So why not talk? I'll just keep talking. People just keep showing up. I don't know what else to do, bro. I feel like I talk a lot, and I feel like this is the perfect outlet for people who talk a lot, to be honest. Like, we just talk about, like, we're talking about if audiobooks are reading. That's as random as it gets to me, to be honest, because I was just talking to somebody about it the other day, and I was like, I wonder if other people on the internet feel the same way, you know? But yeah, I think I'm gonna hop off. Just a cute potato. Thank you so much for joining in. I'll see you on the next live stream. Thank you so much for the people who are here. And I'm going to end my live stream like I end my videos. Come for the content, stay for the madness, and leave with the culture. Bye. Thank you for hopping in. Much appreciated. Thank you.